Hello fellow disc golfers, my name is Taylor and we are going to look at my very first in the bag. I'll start with my putters. Got a Innova Dart, it's a 3400. Use this for my upshots mainly. Good flip to flat, straight line, flat, release onto the hyzer. Pretty much a utility upshot disc. This is my putting putter. It's a Gateway Voodoo. It's a 3301. It's kind of more overstable than it says, but I like it. Onto my mids. I got the Prodigy M1 in 400G. It's a 5503. I beat this into the point now to where if I throw it flat, it'll get a good bit of turn before fading back, so I can use it for almost any shot that I need something from about 330 and in, and rely on this disc to come back or turn at the right points, so it's a really good disc. Now I got my Mako, it's a 5500. I use this more for standstills because when I run up with it I tend to yank it for some reason, so I do it for standstills, just for that straight shorter lines. Works perfect for what I need it for. Now I got my Prodigy X-Out M4. It's a 5.5 -1.1. I can throw this soft, flat, and it'll go dead straight, kind of like my Mako does, or I can power up on it and it'll get a little bit of turn out of it and then flatten out and nestle down. Perfect for ante shots. That's what I use it for mainly. Then I got my Gator. I use this more so for spike shots or forehand flicks, depending on when needed, or those shorter 250 foot holes. Just kind of throw it flat and kind of want it to fade back towards the basket. These are my fairway drivers. I only have 2 of them. Don't really need any more yet. This is my F1. It is a 7404. Although I beat it in now to where it's kind of like a F2, kind of like a 7.4 -1.3. It'll kind of give it a little bit of fade and then come back towards the end of the flight, so it's more stable than it was out the box. And this is my Riki Wasaki First Run Optoline Explorer. It's a 7502. I use this for more flat tunnel shots to flex shots depending on what's needed, and can usually rely on it to come back most of the time unless there's a ridiculous headwind. So these are my control drivers. This is a H1 version 2 in 400 plastic. It's made by Prodigy and it's a 11514. When I first got this disc, it was going to be just for headwinds because it was extremely overstable. But now it kind of flies straight and comes back just a touch, so it's more like a brand new F1 but with faster speed. And it's actually came from a utility disc to a just overall 400 foot driver. It's my Innova Champion Sidewinder. It says it's a 6.5 -3.1, but it's actually more overstable than that. Even in a headwind, I can throw it as hard as I want, flat, and it still comes back to the right, and I'm left-handed, so that's fairly overstable. And then I got my Paul McBeth Discraft Undertaker. It is a 9.5 -1.2. and it's a 1.4 in the Discraft overstable list. I use this more for my tunnel shots, just straight pulls. It'll keep on the flat line, and then right at the end I'll get just a touch of hyzer out of it, but not too much. Or I can put on a little bit of an anhyzer and it'll just go flat the whole way. Curious to see what it beats into. Now we're moving on to my distance drivers. I got 3. This is my Freedom. It is a 14.5 -3.3. it does not fly right at all. It is extremely understable. So I use this more so for grenade shots. So I'll throw it straight up and it flips over and finishes off to the left for me. So very unstable. Then I got my ballista. It was right where I wanted it, out the box. Fairly straight, got a good bit of hyzer at the end. Now when it beats in, it's very understable. So if I throw it flat, it just turns into a roller for me. So I have to give it on hyzer, and then it still flips up to flat and goes way left. So I use this more so for kind of tight gap anti lines. And then I got my turn. I got this from my cousin actually. It's a very good disc. It's a 12.6 -3.2. Despite what it says, it's actually not as understable as you would think. I can throw this flat with just 60% of my power and it'll carry on fairly straight and then hyzer out. Or I can put it on a hyzer and throw it more at 75% power and it'll flip up to flat, go left, and then flex back to the right for me. So I really like this disc for almost any distance drive I use.